we're gonna get started because I know everyone will be slow to join and probably most people will just watch it later. So I will get started. So yeah, again, no equipment, you just need a mat and play your own music if you want. So you might be able to hear mine slightly, but otherwise just place them on a different device. Pump yourself up, get a little bit warm, ready for the afternoon, or in our case, ready for the day. Hump day. My flatties are looking so excited. Revved up. Alright, come to your mats. Hello, I hear my mother is there. Shout out, mum. Okay, so you're gonna come back to your mats. I'll turn up music a little risky. It's me, I'm such a risk taker. Alright, come back to your mats. We're just gonna start by squatting, so warming up with the legs like I normally do if you did these before in the previous lockdown in NZ. So we're just gonna squat down and lift, just start to warm up the legs and the whole body. Really can hear some bones cracking to my left. It's always a nice sign. As you start to warm up the body here, just think about your knees tracking over your middle toes. Start to slowly thinking about your breath. So we're going to be inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And see a few more people have joined. We've only just started. So just pick up. Now we're here for 2. Last 1. You're going to bring your left leg in, so you're standing, then step it out and squat. Left leg steps in to stand, and steps up to squat. So we're just warming up into that single leg now. So your right leg is going to stay still. If you happen to be doing it the other way, that's totally fine. We're going to do both sides. Nice. Sink your bum back. Imagine you're sitting on a chair. Weight should be in your heels. Keep those knees pressing out nice and wide. Last 2. Hi, Jacob. Last 1. Come down, hold, little pulses here. Really sink your bum back. Keep your chest nice and proud if you can. If those hands are annoying, bring them in your hips. Put them wherever you like. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Left leg is going to stay still this time. Right leg's going to open. Nice. So just warming up, take it at your own pace. We're going to be here for about 30 to 40 minutes, maybe slightly shorter than normal just because we've got to go to work over here. And you guys have to go back to work too. Last 4. 3. Better track that workout, otherwise it didn't count, right? Last 2. Last 1, come down, right leg opens, little pulses. Sink that bum back, weight in the heels. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold down here, you can get away with it that easy. We're just gonna hold. Hands are gonna come out in line with your shoulders. Raise the arms overhead, frame the ears. Bring the arms back down in line with your chest. Just moving the arms, legs are staying still. You're getting a pretty nice burn on those legs. I want you to think about keeping your rib cage knitted down towards your hips as you move the arms. Draw the belly button in. 3 more. Breathing here. Last 2. Last 1. Hold those hands overhead. Drop those shoulders down, little pulses. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand all the way up. We're going to come into our lunges. Alright, so let's start so you guys can see. We're going to keep I'm going to have my right leg further forward first, but if you want, you can have the other leg. We will do both sides. So we're going to sink down into that right leg. Really put your weight into your heels. Your front heel wants to carry all the weight. You should be able to lift your toes off the mat. From there, hinge from the hips. Draw the body weight forward. You should already feel that right glute engaging. Think about a nice line from the tail of your head to your bum, or all the way back to your left ankle. From there, your left foot comes forward and taps. It draws back. Nice. So slow yourself down a bit here. Focus on the balance. Try to keep that nice hinge forward. Really get that weight into your right heel. Nice. Turn down the music, and I've turned it down too low. That's all right. Keep moving. Hope you've got some music blasting in your living rooms. For 5, 4, try to stay low. Try not to move that right leg. Last one, we're now going to take that tap to the left side. So it taps to the left, it draws in. Left and in. Okay, so that right leg is staying exactly like it was before. I'm just showing you to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Again, do whatever you like with the hands. Sometimes I like to just hold them in the lower part of my back. Draw the shoulders down. For 4. Burning now. Last 3. If anyone does reformer, I did jump ball class last night, so this is my own torture. Last 2. Last 1. We're going to make it a combo. You step back, together, out, together, back, together, out, together. If you can, bring those hands out in front. If you really want to challenge, frame the ears. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Let's try to add a little pace. For 5, 4, should be burning. Get lower if you can. Last 3, 2, and 1. We're out. Woo! She is burning today. All right, other side. So left leg staying forward, right leg staying back. Get that form right before you start. Sink low into the left leg. Try to lift the toes off the mat. Then hinge the body forward. Nice long diagonal line from the crown of your head all the way to your toes. When you're ready, right leg taps in. It draws back. Really try to control your breathing here. I know I probably sound like I'm panting. But for you, I want nice inhales through your nose. Exhale like you're blowing out a candle. Draw the belly button in. For 4, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. We're going to take that tap to the outside. So out and in, out and in. I'll come to face you again. Really stay low into that left side. Try to think about keeping your hips nice and level here as well. So imagine there's a pole between your 2 hips. You're balancing something on the back of your booty. I can imagine like Nicki Minaj would be able to do that, you know, like a tray of cocktails. All right, 3. Last 2. Try to lift those left toes off the ground if you can. Last 1. Let's make it a combo. Back, together, out, together. So you don't have to be in time with me. Just try to keep those hips nice and still. Keep your weight forward. And if you want that challenge, taking those hands, framing the ears. If you're taking that option, really drop your shoulders away from the ears. Draw your rib cage in. Let's try to pick up the pace for last 5, 4. Get lower for me if you can. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Woo, done. Okay, legs should be nice and warm. Whole body should be nice and warm. Hi, Marissa. All right, and Kate. All right, come to the back of your mat. Perfect. Take a nice deep breath. You're just going to take a nice inhale. As you do so, raise those hands up above your head. Exhale, let the hands fall down by your side. Chin comes to the chest. Peel through the spine, one bone at a time. Coming all the way down to the mat. Try to reach your fingertips on the mat. Relax your head. and re-stack all the way up. I'm going to do this one more time. So slowly, bone by bone, re-stacking the spine. Once you get to the top, lift those hands overhead. Nice big inhale. Exhale, hands fall down by the sides. Chin comes into the chest, rolling through the spine. Bone by bone, catch your breath. Coming all the way down, let your head relax. Take a little micro bend into those knees if you've got tight hamstrings. Nice. From here, take your eye gaze to the front of your mat. You're going to walk your hands all the way out to the end, coming into a nice long plank line, and hold here. I'm just going to move my mat slightly, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, I want you to take your feet into an external rotation, so slightly out. Imagine 10 into 1 o'clock. So we're going to bend our knees, draw our bums back, like you're starting a running race. Then hinge your body forward, you come into that plank. So we'll call it like starter position and coming forward. Moving through this at your own pace. When you come forward into the plank, get those shoulders over the wrists. For 4, 3, keep breathing. Draw the belly button to your spine, last 2. On 1, you're going to hold the plank. From here, your body's going to stay still. We're going to take all the weight, pushing it back into your heels. Then draw the weight forward, tiptoes, you're still in your plank. So we're just slowly rocking back and forward from the heels to the toes. Last 5. Breathing, warming up that core. 4, if you need to, you can take your knees down to the mat. Last 2. On 1, you're going to hold your weight over your wrists. Eye gaze forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come down. Take a nice child's pose. Nice deep breath in. Have a drink if you need to. We're going to move in to the booty. Hopefully you're all still with me. My small crowd of 10. Okay. Let's do this. You know, 10 in a Pilates studio is actually quite a lot, guys. So I've got a full class. Alright. You're going to come into a 4-point kneeling position first, so just I want to make sure that your knees are underneath your hips. Perfect. Then you're going to bring your forearms down onto the mat. If you're on a hard surface, you might want to fold your mat in half, but completely up to you. During this whole exercise, I really want you to try and maintain this position, okay? So your shoulders stay over your elbows. You can clasp your hands together or you can press them into mat, completely up to you. Your knees stay underneath your hips. Okay, your left knee's going to stay where it is. Your right leg's going to lift off the mat. It presses out. It draws in. So it just extends behind you and comes in to hover next to your left leg. Nice. So again here, focusing on keeping the hips nice and level on one straight line. Try not to raise up through this right hip as you kick back. Really thinking about centering your weight into both elbows. Try to point the toes for me if you can. For 4. Breathing, 3. Last 2. Last 1. We're going to hold that leg back. It's going to lift to the sky. Little taps, or little pulses I should say. Pressing the heel up and down. For 5. 4. 3. Last 2. And 1. Now we're going to let it lower all the way down to the mat. Touch. Lift it all the way back up. Nice. So toe touches the mat, then it lifts all the way back up. If I creep forward, you might be able to see my leg. Nice. Keep moving. Up and down. Last 3. 2. 1. Let's add a rainbow. So your leg's going to cross over your left leg, tap the mat, then it comes over, taps the other side of the mat. So you're trying to get those toes outside the mat on each side, like you're drawing a rainbow with your toes. When you do this, try to keep your left hip and right hip in line. You should be starting to feel a little bit of a burn into your left glute now. If you've got tight hamstrings, you might be starting to feel this in your right hamstrings. For 3. Last 2. On 1, that leg's going to come over to the far left side, and it just taps there. So up and down, staying on the left. For 5. 4, shoulders should still be over your elbows. 3, point those toes. 2, 1, let it come all the way onto the other side of the rainbow. Taps, pulses, toe touches, and lifts. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way in. We start again. Out and in. Out and in. Nice. So, I was going to do this 3 times, but I might be nice and let us just do it twice. Really want you to think about keeping that weight nice and even through the elbows this time, and try not to sink into your left hip. For 3. Last 2. 1, let that leg extend nice and long. Pulses with your right leg. Heels pulsing towards the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the foot come down, tap the mat, lift up. Tap, lift. Try to not let your belly relax here, okay? So draw your belly button towards your spine. Keep thinking about your breathing. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw that rainbow. Over to the left, over to the right, over to the left. Nice. Try not to sink into the left. Have you forgotten how to breathe? Are you still feeling cold? Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring the leg over to the far left, cross over, taps. Up and down, up and down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come over to the far side. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Woo! Should be feeling nice and hot. Okay, we're not going to do the other side straight away. We're going to have a little break. We're going to work on the inner thighs. Okay, so you're going to sit on your mat, and what you're going to do is you're going to extend your right leg out nice and straight. Your left leg is going to be, left foot's planted on the mat, and you're on a slight diagonal, okay? So your weight is sort of on your right cheek. Nice. Cool. From there, bring yourself down so your shoulder is over your right elbow, and think about a nice diagonal line, so the body is sort of, your left butt cheek is not touching the mat. Alright, from here, you're going to lift that bottom leg up. It presses in and out. In and out. So for this one, your right leg, I want that right foot flexed. So try not to point your toes with the lifted leg. You also want a slight external rotation with that leg, okay? So you want your foot to be angling away from your body. If I face you, it's like that. Nice. We're just going to start to warm up that inner thigh. How do you know if it's working? Touch your inner thigh. It should feel nice and tight. For 4. It won't be burny like it does with the glute, but you should feel it switching on. Last 2. Last 1. Extend the leg out long. Hold it here. Lower it to the mat. Lift it up. Lower it to the mat. Lift it up. Perfect. So keep the foot flexed. You can place that left hand wherever you like. Sometimes I just like to rest it on my left knee. Perfect. Ben just realised he was doing the wrong leg that whole time. No wonder he couldn't feel it. He was really looking around. Like, what is this chick up to? Last 4. 3, 2, 1. Lift the leg up, pulses. So it's just pulsing up and down. If you're like me, you might be able to start feeling that inner thigh now. So keep breathing. Try not to sink too much into that side arm. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. We go again. In and out. Just like before, we're going to go through the sequence twice. So this time, bending the knee in, pressing it out. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it out. Let it tap down to the mat. Lift. Tap. Lift. So you don't have to bring the foot too high. Slightly higher than the hip is okay. Or just in line with the hip. Keep pressing into your right elbow. Last 4, 3, last 2, 1. Hold it up, little pulses. For 5, 6, keep breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Point those toes, flex those toes. Point, flex. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Woo! Hope everyone can feel that like I can. Sometimes if you're not switching on properly, it might not burn so much. We're going to go straight to the other side with that one. Okay, so you're going to swing round. Your left hand elbow is going to come under your left shoulder. Plant the right foot into the mat. Roll yourself slightly forward towards the camera so that you're on your left butt cheek and your right butt cheek is lifted off the mat. Angle your left toes out slightly. Perfect. And then from there, we're just going to lift, hold the leg, it draws in and presses out. I would do this one to the camera, but I think it's going to look rather rude. So keep that left leg externally rotated. Imagine there's someone over to the side of the room and you're really pointing at them with your toes. You can let that right hand rest on your leg, or if you're struggling with the balance, you can place it in front of your body. Keep breathing. Draw the belly button in. Try not to sink through into that left hand. For 4, 3. You can feel that inner thigh and see if it's switching on. Last 2. 1. Lengthen the leg out. Let it lower down to the mat and lift. Lower and lift. For 5, 4, 3. Last 2. Last 1. You're going to hold that leg up, little pulses. Nice. Keep the toes angling out to the left. Keep that nice rotation of the body in a diagonal. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Bending in and out. Second round. You know, you're so lucky because I actually plan to do all these rounds 3 times. But I think my personal want to die in these movements is saving you today. That's what happens when you do Pilates the night before. It's not a good idea. For 4, 3. Last 2. 1. Lower to the mat. Lift it up. Lower and lift. I think I just saw Erwin join. Latecomer, can't get out of bed, that guy. For 4, 3. Last 2. 1. Let's add those pulses. I don't know about you, but my inner thigh is burning now. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Just Erwin and Ben's love story going on in the comment section. I can't really see what everyone's saying. Just little pictures. So keep pointing, flexing. Don't let that leg touch the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release all the way out of it. Nice. Okay, we're going to go back and do the glute on the other side. So, same setup as before. I will spin around so that it's the same length. So you're going to bring your forearms down. Your knees start underneath your hips. Your shoulders are over the top of your elbows. Okay? You want a nice long line with your spine. Think about pressing your bum out slightly so you've got a neutral spine position. There should be a little pocket there. When you're ready, the left leg is going to extend out long and draw in. If you did the other side before, just do your opposite leg. With this one, try to point the toes. So left toes are pointed. Thinking about keeping those hips nice and level. Try not to let your weight sink into the right side. Breathing now. Inhaling through your nose. Nice deep exhale. For 5. Try not to let your left knee touch the mat with this one. Last 3, 2, 1. Press all the way out. Little pulses. Squeeze into your glute if you can. Point those toes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the toes tap the mat. Lift all the way up. Tap and lift. To help with the spine alignment, try to keep your eye gaze slightly forward from your fingers. So don't do what I'm doing and looking around at the camera. Try to keep your eye gaze forward. It will help with keeping your spine in line and your hips level. For 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take that rainbow. So cross over and back. Crossing over and back. Try to keep those hips as level as you can as you move through this one. It's a little bit more difficult. For 3, 2, on 1, you're going to bring that leg, let it cross over, tap, and lower, little pulses. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it all the way over to the other side, lift and lower. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it back behind you, drive it in and out. We're back to the beginning. Nice. Final set here for the glutes. It's good news. We haven't even had to get off the mat. How about that? For 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Press that leg out, little pulses. Pulse that heel towards the ceiling, squeeze your glutes, draw your rib cage in. 3, 2, 1, let the toes tap the mat, lift all the way up. Tap and lift. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the rainbow. Side to side. We're nearly there. We've just got your core to go. And you can get back to the office. What more could you want? 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg all the way over to the right hand side. Lower and lift. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Over to the left. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Last 1. Draw it in. Let your knees come up nice and wide. Sink your weight back to your heels. Take a nice stretch here. We will stretch out the glutes at the end. For now, you're going to come onto your mat. We're going to lie down on our backs. Have a drink if you need to. Lying down onto your back. Let your legs come nice and long. And flat. Just going to warm up the core and the spine first. Bring your hands all the way overhead. Hands raise up above the shoulders, chin comes into the chest. Try to keep your legs on the ground as you roll yourself all the way up. Reach for your toes. Then roll yourself back down, round through the spine. Imagine someone's kicking you in the stomach, peeling through the spine, lowering down bone by bone. If you're pregnant, this is where you're going to stop joining us. Okay, so if you are, don't take this option. You can do some other sort of core work if you like, or just go and have a cup of tea. That would be nice. Rolling up. Final time. We're going to come all the way back down. Hands are going to plant down by your side. I'm just going to throw in a bit of a traditional Pilates move here, okay? This is called a roll over. Plant your hands into the mat. Your toes are going to flip over your head. Roll through the spine. Try to touch your toes onto the ground behind your head. Nice. From there, open up the legs. Keep them nice and open. Flex the feet. Peel through the spine. Bone by bone by bone. Thumbs last thing to arrive. Feet come all the way down to the mat. Hover them. Join them together. Peel them over. Try to touch those toes to the mat. Open the legs. Roll the spine down. 3, 2, 1. Glue the legs together. Last one. Peeling up. Nice. Open them out. Rolling down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Keep those feet together. Here you go. Nobody can't say that I don't do classical Pilates, eh? Alright. From here, I want you to bring your eye gaze up to the ceiling. You're going to grab a hold of your right leg. Crouch head, neck and shoulders off the mat. We're going to go into the series of 5. Okay, so lift that left leg off the mat. We just switch. Keep the crunch. Keep your eye gaze towards your knees. Draw your belly button down towards the mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees come in. Hands come behind the head. Legs extend. They draw in. Extend, draw in. So both legs are moving. If you need to, let the head rest on the mat. It will actually make it harder. For 3. Last 2. Last 1. Right leg comes up. Grab as high as you can towards your ankle. Left leg lowers towards the mat. Switch. And switch. Switch. Really try to get those shoulder blades off the mat. For 5. 4. Lift a little higher. 3. Last 2. On 1. Both legs lift up. Hands come behind the head. Lower the legs down. Lift them up. Lower the legs. Lift them up. 2 more. Last 1. Hold. Cross crawl. Nice. Let's go for 5. 4. Think armpit to knee rather than elbow to knee. 3, 2, 1. Release. Alright, one more set for the core and then we're all done. Bring your legs into tabletop. Take your hands to the front of your knees. Press as hard as you can. Imagine there's something between, the winning lotto ticket is between your palm and your thigh. You are not going to let anyone steal it. Especially right now. Everyone needs that cash, right? For 5. Press, 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 press. 4. Draw your belly button to the ground. 3, 2, 1. You're going to crouch your head, neck and shoulders up. Bring your right elbow, cross it to your left knee. Your right leg extends. It draws in. So you're going to try and keep that winning lotto ticket in between your elbow and knee as your opposite leg extends. For 3. Working into those obliques. 2. Last 1. Hold here. Can you crunch up a little higher? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Final set, I promise. Winning lotto tickets, change sides. Left leg extends. Out and in. Crunch it a little higher. Draw those ribs off the floor if you can. For 3. Keep breathing. 2. Last one. Extend out, hold. 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a little rock from side to side. We're just going to stretch now. If you need to leave us, feel free. Go stretching another time. Just want you to plant your feet into the ground. Your left leg's going to stay where it is. Right leg crosses over. Thread the hands through the left. Draw that shape towards your body. Stretching out the glutes. Now, try to slow down your breath. Nice deep inhales. And exhale. One more deep breath in. Releasing all the way out. Switch sides. Left ankle crosses over the front of your right leg. Pull the shape in. If you want to, you can crunch up here if it's more comfortable. Press the left knee away from you. One deep breath in. Exhaling all the way out. You're going to reach your legs up to the ground. Lower the left leg down to the mat. Lift your head up. Take a nice stretch. Pulling that right leg towards your chest. Flex your toes towards your face. For 5. Feeling a nice stretch up the backs of the legs. 2, 1. Keep the leg where it is. Roll through the ankle. Take a little circle. Couple in each direction. Rolling the ankle and the knee here. Lower that leg all the way back down. Bring the left leg up. Crunch your head up. Pull that leg towards you. One deep breath in. And out. Circle that foot. 3, 2, 1. Change direction. Nice. Roll your body up. Take your feet together, butterfly stretch, knees falling out left and right. Should feel those nice inner thighs here. Nice deep inhale. Really try to slow the breath down now. If you want to, close your eyes. We're going to take 3 more breaths. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Press your knees closer to the mat. Inhaling. Exhaling, press those knees a little deeper. Last deep inhale through the nose. Blowing out that candle. You are all finished. Thanks for joining me, guys and girls. Have a good day.